Hey everybody, before the video started, I wanted to let everybody know that I'll have about all 80 or so of these renders available and ready to download in the description below. If you guys want to just head over there and, grab all of these. I've had these probably previously used all of my designs in the past. These are going to be free to use, and again, they will be down in the description below. Hello everyone, Mintz here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a Valorant header just like these. I used to make these about 2 years ago or a year ago, and today I'm going to be going over this kind of exact style that I used to kind of almost replicate, and you can kind of all see that they're all kind of similar in some ways, and I'm going to be going over that, and just follow with me step by step of the way. Alright, depending on whatever design program you're going to be using, in this demonstration, you're going to be using the width of 3000 pixels and the height of 3000 or 1000 pixels, I apologize. And that'll be the perfect resolution for the Twitter header. And I have it already done here below because my audio or my video track decided to corrupt. So what I like to start off with originally is I like to make sure that I started off with just throwing the render and making sure that it's centered in there itself. Now, a lot of the renders that I provided below for download, some of them already have previous lighting already done so in the 3D rendering program that was used to render them, and some of them do not. This one, for example, doesn't really have much lighting already added, so again, I like to add a lot of the lights myself to it. So right off the main rip, I put a gradient overlay as an effect onto the render itself. As you can see, it added a little more brightness to the character. Really brightened his face up, really brightened up his hat, other things around him. Afterwards, what I really like to do, I really like to also throw a screenshot from Valorant in there. Now, again, I will have those available for download in the description below. It's going to be primarily 4 maps. It's going to be Bind, Haven, Ascent, and Split. There will be several screenshots, about 30 plus in each of the map choices there. I went ahead and chose this one. It was from Bind itself. I went in through the teleporter in the back, as you can see, and then afterwards, the next step that I really like to do is I like to color the background, kind of make it fit a little bit more in. I went ahead and threw a camera raw filter on there. So as you can see, let's get rid of this blur, and let's get rid of that filter. So this was the original image that I had thrown in there. Once you throw the image in, my first initial thing is always to just go ahead and open the camera raw filter on it. And I really like to throw things on it, like I said, really give it a different, vibe, textures, make it a whole new thing. Then one of my favorite blurs to do, I love to go to the filter, I love to go to the blur gallery, and I love using this iris blur. So I don't know if you can tell, let's uncheck that blur again. So basically all around here is going to be blurred, and all around the teleporter will be blurred. I kept the teleporter not blurred, that way we can have some nice lighting that'll come behind him and all around him. And then I added a black soft light, 50% opacity, that way you can tell that it just darkens it up. And then I hued the background to match the blue all around. That was essentially all of our background purposes. Now after that, I added a ton of brushes and lighting, and again, these are all just examples, and this is all, my doing. You could use any of the renders below, design them to any player do it for any purpose. Let's say you wanted to make it for yourself, or again, this was the beginning of, you know, a chapter that you wanted to learn and process, and you might design for other players and other organizations, you know. So so after that, that's kind of the main, that right there is the main premise of the header, basically right there. I have the render, I have some of the lighting finished, and I have the map chosen, the screenshot with some edits and different color options, and now lighting all over the render. The next thing that I like to touch upon after that, I really like to throw the main text in there. So for this example, I went ahead and just used my name, Mintz. I went ahead and changed the middle text layer, which is easy just by selecting it and then choosing whatever color. I went ahead and chose another blue to kind of match the surrounding areas and the color wave of this header that I'm choosing to do. I chose the N here because it's in between both. Clearly, it is a 5-letter word, you know, there's 2 letters on each side, so I really think the N's, it makes it blend in more. And then for this example, I know that I'm not really a professional player, but I went ahead and threw the Pro Valorant player for liquid text down there under the name. And then when I like to make pro players headers, I used to always want to make sure that I included their logo and then the representing sponsors that were signed with their organization to represent them. So here I went ahead and threw an overlaid copy with the opacity at 50%, so you know it's not 100% there, not too bright. And then I went through the liquid logo over it, and along with the sponsors. And then because they're all different colors, I wanted them all kind of match, I threw the hue of all white on there, so everything all came together perfectly. And that is a simple, basic header. Again, I'll have all of these screenshots and the renders in the description ready for download.